I know how to kind of control things, I'm more in control. And as I'm going to practice more and more, I'm pretty sure that within no time I'm gonna master the skill, because as Anna keeps repeating or saying this, it is a kind of skill, which I totally agree with it, because speaking, everybody can do it, definitely. I mean, this is not something that you need to do anything special to do it. I mean, you have been speaking from, since you were a baby. But there are ways we can more control it. We can kind of take control over it so that it is me who is kind of controlling my speech as opposed to vice versa. I mean, certain situations where I do things unconsciously, I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay, great.
Because there is no need for it.
My name is Vidyakant. Most of the times I stuck on V itself. So I can start with V. So of course, I can. So it's like V. Now, Vidyakant. So I think it depends and it varies from situation to situation. But sometimes, most of the times rather, I stuck on I, like impression. Now I said it fluently, but I have to do it multiple times, the I part. Then there are times, of course, my name, which starts with V. And then most of the times, it's not really particular about any particular syllable or any particular alphabet as such. But whenever I'm starting to, or I want to start a sentence, the start part I just cannot start. The starting word, because English is my second language. I kind of try to think what I'm going to say, like kind of a rehearsal, and then I try to say things. That sometimes that does work out, but most of the times it doesn't. So for other people it feels like I have kind of rehearsed something, and just in like a play or something. So I have memorized something and I'm trying to recollect it from from my memory. But so I mean that's the problem. So especially whenever I'm answering any question at work, even though I know the answer and I want to explain it in nice manner, I'm not really able to, because of this. And then I try to kind of cut my answer in short, so that I don't get into that situation where I have to speak much. So that's the kind of overall.
So, beginning of my stuttering, I don't exactly remember if it was, maybe it was in school when I was around 7 years, 8 years old. And whenever I was trying to speak in front of the class, or whenever a teacher used to ask me to read something as part of the class, I was having some difficulty. I used to repeat the words, the letters, and my parents, we did not really do anything specific. We might have done a couple of speech therapy classes, but that did not help much. And after that, it was, I learned how to live with it, maybe. I mean, I did not really do anything specific, or I did not really try anything specific to get rid of it. Then as I moved on to college and engineering and other postgraduate stuff, I think over the way I just thought that this is not something which is kind of a big hurdle for me. It was a hurdle, it is a hurdle, but I kind of tried or learned to live along with it, which probably I should not have done. I should have tried more and to get rid of this thing.
Actually, that is what helped you, That's why you still were able to speak when you called me.
Yes.
Because you never tried more. You don't know, but you're blessed that you did
Yes.
not try more of speech therapy.
Yes. So I don't really remember. Maybe I just stumbled upon your video, YouTube, and I don't really recall how that happened. Maybe I was trying out something else. Then I went to your website and I read all the stuff, and that sounded promising. It was something different. It was something new. I was not really sure about it, how it would turn out, because though I have not been in speech therapy that much, but still I do know that this is something which, takes time to get rid of, or there are certain techniques, there are certain tools and other stuff which I have heard from people. So
that's what your brain knew.
Yes. So I was a little bit skeptical. I was not really sure, but then I thought, hey, let me give it a try. I mean, what worst could happen, or what is it that I might lose? Because if something would happen, only that because of this thing, I might learn something, and this might give me an opportunity to make progress. So I contacted Anna, and then we had conversations. But still, I mean, I'm going to be honest that because I did not know what it is all about or how it would turn out, until we actually started the class, I was not 100% sure, I would say. I was sure maybe 60%, 70%. It was definitely not an easy decision for me, because this is something which I did not want to do just out of impulse or just because I feel like it, because this is a big amount. So when I talk to my friends or my family members, the overall consensus was I should look at it as an investment. But then I kind of took a loan, and it was not from a bank or anybody.
Okay.
It was just I borrowed the money from my friend. If you really want to do something about this, and if you are really willing to go out of the way, and so this shows that you are really serious. If you're not serious, definitely, I mean, I would not have invested this much amount of money. But again, I would not really say that this is possible for everybody, because everybody has a different situation. So one of the main things was my self-confidence. It was greatly affecting my self-confidence. Even though I'm good at my work, which I already know, and I have seen it through other people's recommendations, their comments as well. But still, whenever I used to try to express myself, whenever I used to try to have a conversation with my seniors or my teammates, or let's say if there is a situation wherein I'm going to have to do a presentation, I never used to stammer or like constant or anything. But even though the content or whatever I was speaking, I was kind of clear on that part, just because I was not able to express myself the way I wanted to, that kind of used to put down my self-confidence that, hey, maybe this is something which I cannot do, or this is not for me, so I should just sit down and let somebody else speak. So it was kind of taking that opportunity to shine from me. That was the main reason I really wanted to work on it, because this was really hurting. There was a time where I was almost trying to ignore it, because ignoring is really simple. I mean, if you just look away from the problem, and if you can just imagine that, hey, there is nothing to solve. So, but there came a point where I realized that I just cannot keep running away from it, because this thing, unless I really try to work on it, it's gonna haunt me forever. And at my work, I constantly have meetings, I have phone conversations, I am managing a team. So, I mean, there is a lot of stuff which I need to manage. wherein unless I speak out, unless I speak correctly, speak in a manner where people can actually understand me and react to whatever I'm saying and have a good conversation, there is no way I can survive at my work as well. Right now it is fine, but in future, over the period of time, let's say after 5 years or so, when I want to climb the ladder of senior management, or when I want to make more progress, then in that time this might not be as simple as it is now for me. I mean, this could be more problematic than it is today.
Yeah.
So basically that was the driving factor for me to find out ways of getting rid of this, because this is kind of a habit of so many years. First of all, your body, your brain, everything tries to resist it whenever you are trying to do something new and you are trying to relearn and reset all the system. So it takes that extra effort. Right now you might have paid attention that when I said extra, I just said it extra, and that was in the conversation. So this is the point. So I know that I'm making improvement, I'm making progress, but still I'm a very practical and rational person. So I do not want to still, try to jump or anything. And so that is the main reason you might not be seeing me very happy or very excited or something. Because I do want to give myself more time. And as the time passes by and as I train myself more and more, then I think I will be more comfortable. Right now I'm pretty much comfortable, as you might be seeing. But still, I'm very realistic. So in that sense, I am trying to not be very, out of the world happy or anything. But I wanted to know you that that feeling is there, but maybe because I'm not very sure about, how I'm going to do maybe over the next couple of days or next few days, that uncertainty part, that might be the reason you're not seeing me, like jumping, crying, or whatever it is. We had the class, this is the third day, and it was not hard to grasp, but it was so simple that it had never occurred to me. And that was the maybe main reason I was having a little bit difficulty first day to really agree with it. Because I was thinking, hey, I mean, how can that be so simple? Yet I was not aware about it. So, but then after the first day session, which was pretty intensive, that day itself I was clear on things. But then again, second day, whenever I had a couple of questions and I asked Anna that, hey Anna, this is the thing and I'm not really clear about this. So we talked about it. Today also I asked one more question. So I think collectively I know what the problem was and how to solve it. I'm still going to have to work on it, which I will. Well, I'm speaking well right now. What I mean by future is because I have learned this something new and my brain and everything is still it is still fighting with me, because it is not that easy to, take complete control over your brain, your mind. So I think I'm doing pretty good now. And I want to make sure that I continue doing the same. I don't lose track of it.
Who is the one who's going to have to take track of it?
Of course, me. Nobody else can do it for me.